Balance sheet classification of items. The liabilities and assets are classified as the long-term or fixed and the short-term or current. Let's understand the detailed classification of assets and liabilities in the balance sheet. Assets. Asset represent property owned, which usually provides benefit in the future. Assets have debit balance. Anything of material, value, or usefulness that is owned by an entity is termed as asset. It also results into future cash flows to an entity. An asset is a resource that is controlled by the entity as a result of past events, for example, purchase or self-creation, and from which future economic benefits, inflows of cash or other assets are expected. Such assets can be classified as under fixed asset, investment, current asset, fictitious asset, contingent asset. Let's understand each of these in separately. Fixed assets. The fixed or long-term assets are those assets which are purchased to use them for a long period. These are not meant for resale. The purpose of buying such assets is to generate returns for a long period, and they remain within the organization as long as they are usable and capable of generating revenue. Of course, when these assets become old or unusable, or their productivity reduces drastically, they can be disposed off and replaced with new assets. Fixed assets, further classified into tangible fixed assets and intangible fixed assets. Tangible fixed assets like land, building, machinery, and intangible fixed assets like trademark and software. Tangible fixed assets are those fixed assets which are physical in nature. They can be seen and touched. Plant, machinery, buildings, furniture, office equipments. These are some of the examples of tangible fixed assets. Intangible fixed assets are those fixed assets which are not physical in nature and cannot be seen or touched. Like goodwill, copyrights, trademarks are some of the examples of intangible fixed assets. Fixed assets can be used productively during their useful life. Since they have limited life, the cost will expire along with the expiration of their useful life. Thus, value of the asset is reduced in proportion to the expired life of the asset. Depreciation is the continuous and permanent decline in the value of fixed assets due to usage, efflux of time, and obsolescence. Fixed assets are valued at written down value, cost less, accumulated depreciation. Investments. Investments refer to money invested outside normal business. They are usually securities of one company held by another company in order to generate some return. Investment can be classified on the basis of its nature as follows: long-term investment and short-term investment. Long-term investments are usually intended to be held more than 1 year. Some examples are shares, debentures, land, and gold. Short-term investments are intended to be held for less than 1 year, like liquid funds, money market instruments, etc. Current assets. Current assets are the assets that are used to fund a day-to-day operations and pay ongoing expenses. In addition to cash and bank balance, the debtors, bills receivable, and closing stock are the examples of current assets. Current assets can be easily understood with the help of operating cycle. The operating cycle is the duration of time taken by a unit of cash to circulate through the business operations and return back as cash. Below is the diagram, which represents cyclical flow of current assets. Cash in bank account. Raw material procurement by using cash. Work in progress by using raw material. Finished goods after completing production process. Sales finished goods to debtors on credit or cash. Receivables after payment received from debtors. Cash in bank account. The raw materials are purchased and put into process. Once they get converted into finished goods, they are sold to distributors on credit basis or cash. When the collection is received, it is utilized for purchasing raw materials, and the cycle continues. Cash in bank is usually taken to include currency like foreign currency check is, or any other instruments which are easily convertible into cash. It is held for daily requirement. It also includes bank balance. Debtors represents balances receivable from customers by an organization for credit sales made. Only receivables arising from credit sale of goods or services are included in debtors. Therefore, it is also called as accounts receivables, trade receivables, or trade debtors. Bills receivable is negotiable instrument in the form of written promise from debtors towards account payable by him. Prepaid expenses are those expenses are paid in advance, such as rent, taxes, insurance premium. They are considered as current assets because if these prepayments had not been made, it would have required a cash payment during next period. Stock is another important type of current assets. It includes raw material, work in progress, as well as finished goods. Fictitious assets. Fictitious assets are not assets in real sense, though they are disclosed on asset side of balance sheet. They represent losses which are not written off, like company formation expenses, shares and debentures, issue expenses, etc. Contingent assets. These are those assets' existence and value of which depends upon occurrence of specific event or on performance of specific act, like compensation claimed from service provider, which may be received on court decision. Liabilities. A liability is a financial obligation, debt, claim, or potential loss. They are probable future sacrifices of economic benefits due to present obligations towards other entities. Liability is defined as present obligation as a result of past events, and its settlement is expected to result in an outflow of resources. Liabilities. Liabilities can be classified as under owner's fund, long-term liabilities, current liabilities and provisions, contingent liabilities, owner's fund. Owner's funds are amount payable to owners. It is considered as liability due to entity concept of accounting, which assume businesses as separate from its owner, and hence amount contributed by the owner is considered as liability for the business. Owner's fund equals net worth equals proprietor's equity equals equity. Owner's fund equals capital plus reserves. Owner's fund equals capital plus accumulated profits. Long-term liabilities. The long-term liabilities are those liabilities which are to be repaid over a long period. That period should be normally of more than 1 year. For example, term loan from bank or financial institutions, debentures, etc. Such liabilities are usually classified as under long-term liabilities, secured. and unsecured. Secured loans. Secured loans are loans taken on a hypothecation, pledge, and mortgage of an asset of the organization. Generally, fixed assets are assigned to the lender as a collateral security. In case of default, such assigned security can be confiscated by the lender. It usually includes debentures, bonds, and borrowing, borrowed from large financial institutions, lease payments for assets taken on lease. Unsecured loans. Unsecured loans are loans taken without providing any security in return. In case of default, lender cannot have any control over asset of the firm, current liabilities, and provisions. The short-term liabilities or current liabilities are those liabilities which are to be repaid within a period of 1 year. They usually arise from normal business transaction. Current liabilities include bills payable, creditors, outstanding expenses, etc. Creditors represents accounts payable by an organization for credit purchases made. It is also called as accounts payables, trade payables, or trade creditors. Bills payable is negotiable instrument in the form of written promise made towards account payable. Outstanding expenses are those expenses which are due but unpaid. It remains as current liability till the payment is made. It can include like salary, wages, rent, etc. if payment for every month's due is made in next month. Provision is money set aside for liability where amount cannot be substantially decided. For example, provision for tax, proposed dividend, etc. Contingent liabilities. These are not actual liabilities, but they're becoming actual liabilities, depend on the occurrence of certain events, which are uncertain. They are not recorded in balance sheet, but shown by way of footnotes at the bottom of the balance sheet. For example, lawsuit for damages against company, bills receivable, discounted, etc.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below. And most importantly, hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon so you never miss an update.